Hello again. So if you have completed the first video steps, then you should have ended up with something like this. Have a look and see. Now the reason why I do them on the greaseproof paper as well is I can easily lift both the doughs out. And I've got two very nice balls of dough. And I'm going to get a lot of semolina down on my bench top. And use my little dough scraper just to make sure it's not stuck. So this is my first dough ball. Now we want to try and keep the air in the edges of this, so I'm just going to push down in the middle. And you can see we've got a nice area around the edge. And then we're just going to try and squeeze it out and make the middle a little bit thinner and a little bit thinner, while keeping the edge around there. So I've got it out a bit like that. If your dough is a bit thinner, it may have over fermented. You can watch it. If you're gonna leave it for a long period of time, it's good to pop it in the fridge so that it slows down the fermentation. You don't want it to have big thin bubbles on the top, because that's going to make the dough quite a bit thinner, and it'll also make it burn when you put it in the oven. So now I've got to here. I'm going to pick this up, put my fingers underneath, and I'm going to drag this across the heel of my hand here. Just like that, just to stretch it. And I'm keeping all the air in the edge. So I'm just bringing it around, I'm stretching that over my hand to get the base nice and thin in the middle, but you still want the thickness and the air in around the edge. Okay, so that's it. Like that. Oh, there's a little bit of a rip, so you just fold that over and do that. Now, because I cook my pizza in a 1970s oven that is very lacking in technology and doesn't get a lot of heat, I find the best way for me to do it is I'm going to put the dough onto a piece of greaseproof paper. So I'm going to pick it up like this, and I'm going to just kind of stretch it a bit with my fists as well, so that you're stretching through the middle, and you're keeping all the air in the edge, because that's where you want it to rise. And I'm going to pop that down onto here. So I have, whether they're thin bits, you can always fold them over a bit and do that. So there I have a pizza base. I'm just going to stretch a little bit. Again, we don't want to squeeze the air out of the edges. I'm just going to stretch it out a little bit more, because these edges are a little bit thick. Again, depending on how you're going to cook your pizza, if you've got a pizza oven that's going to cook these things in a couple of minutes, your technique will probably change a little bit, and your toppings will as well. If you put a lot of toppings on, it's going to take longer to cook, and you're going to end up with a soggy bottom, as they say. But with mine, I found in my terribly inefficient 1970s oven, if I cook it like this on a pizza stone at about 220, 230, I will put my tomato and a sprinkling of cheese on. There'd be different toppings. The kids like olives and ham on theirs. I like roasted capsicum and pepperoni on mine, and Debbie puts half the fridge on hers. So I make them up like this. I'll put this in the oven on the heated pizza stone with the paper underneath for about 6 minutes, and then I will pull the paper out from underneath and let it sit on the stone on its own for another 2 to 3 minutes, and that should give me a perfectly cooked pizza. Well, I'm just going to pop some of the... This is just some bought passata. You can make your own if you like. Spread it around, leave it towards the edges. This is going to be one of the ones for one of the kids, so I'm going to go closer to the edge because they prefer it like that. Pop that there. And I'm just going to use some grated mozzarella. Again, don't go overboard. Okay. I'll push that out. And there you have it. There's the basic pizza. What you do from here is going to be very different depending on what way you're going to cook your pizza. If you have a modern oven at home that has a bottom element in it, then you know you'll need to work out your timings there and use a pizza stone there. If you have a dedicated pizza oven, if you have something like an uni that's going to cook it in 90 seconds, you're probably going to want to use some fresh mozzarella, something that's going to melt down in the 90 seconds that it's going to go into that oven. I will add some pictures onto the end of this video of our finished pizzas from this evening. And I hope you've all enjoyed the videos, and I hope you all make some fantastic pizzas. Leave some comments if you have anything to say about the videos that I've made. Thanks a lot. Bye. Hi again. I just wanted to add something to that video, that the pizzas that were made in that video were made at a different time from the first video. And I had to use a different flour for the second batch of pizzas that I did. It wasn't the flour, the 00 flour that I usually use, because we're in lockdown and not everything is available at the supermarket. The dough itself came out a little bit drier than usual, and the pizzas didn't rise as much as usual. They were still very tasty pizzas, and I would do it again, but if I was using that flour again, I would probably add a little bit more water. So it's one of those things that this is going to take you a couple of goes to work out exactly how much water to add, depending on your flour, to give you the right moisture content for your dough. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. I hope you make some fantastic pizzas, and I'll make some more videos soon of some of the other things that I like to make in the kitchen. Bye.